Hi, this is Deepak. I hope you can hear me. I'm using a microphone today in practice for my afternoon Facebook live, which will be at 12 noon Eastern Time. And that'll be a global meditation for hope and joy and enhancing our awareness so that we can create a difference in the world, even though these times are turbulent. So please come to my Facebook Live this afternoon and join me for the meditation. This will be a global meditation, and I would love to have you join at 12 noon from 12 noon New York time. So hopefully I will see you at 12 noon for the global meditation right here on my Facebook page, and hopefully also on Periscope. But for getting together today and participating in the global meditation for peace, harmony, laughter, love, and transformation, please join me here on Facebook Live and other forums as well. Okay, so today's question from our audience today's question from our participants on discoveringyourcosmicself.com is discussing the workings of the brain. You write that its chemistry is completely predetermined while thinking is free. In understanding how the two relate, you believe that a great universal secret can be revealed. What is this secret, and can it help us understand and better navigate the freedom determination aspect of our life? Very good question. Okay, and then there's a question from the youaretheuniverse.com forum. Even if I know that I'm the consciousness or awareness that creates experience in space and time, how do I get insights on handling those experiences? Because our mind has a limited view, and it seems that decisions made using brain logic or mind like playing blind, or is it that consciousness unconsciously influences the brain that we are not aware of? Then why do some of our decisions go wrong? Okay, so two good questions, and let me answer them as best I can. I hope you're enjoying the sound, because I have a new microphone and I'm delighted to use it. I went yesterday to buy it so I could get the global meditation right today for everyone who's joining from anywhere in the world. Okay, so let's me read from the book first. Why does the universe fit together so perfectly? We say that the universe began with a bang, but actually the early universe was more like a shy performer emerging from its dressing room. The early universe took its time until every seam and stitch fit together perfectly. Billions of years later, we look around and are amazed that we inhabit a cosmos that fits human life perfectly, in fact, too perfectly. There is no reasonable way to explain how the Big Bang can have every seam and stitch in place. It's as if Leonardo da Vinci managed to paint the Last Supper by throwing paint randomly against a wall and hoping for the best. Yet current cosmology insists that the early universe had to develop through random chance. There was no design and certainly no designer behind the scenes. Scientific creation stories all exclude God in any form, but how do you get the incredible orderliness of human DNA with its 3 billion basic chemical units, starting with a stick of cosmic dynamite? How does order come out of chaos, in other words? Okay, so that's basically the beginning of the first of this chapter, from where the question was asked. And the book is You Are the Universe, Discovering Your Cosmic Self and Why It Matters. So first of all, let us discuss this whole idea of the universe fitting together so perfectly. A while ago, I had the opportunity to communicate with Freeman Dyson, the great physicist at Princeton University. And in a beautiful email, he said, and I've saved that email for posterity, he said, there are 3 riddles that have occupied my mind for a long time. 3 riddles. The first riddle is the unpredictable movement of atoms. Okay, that's very interesting, isn't it? Unpredictable instead of random. Random implies inherent randomness, and unpredictable means unpredictable to us, but maybe not unpredictable to the atom, maybe purpose-driven to the atom. Imagine going to Grand Central Station this morning or any other hubbub and seeing that everybody is moving hither and thither unpredictably. And it seems pretty random to the outside observer, but every person is going in a certain direction with purpose. So what is unpredictable to an outside observer may be inherently on purpose to that which is being observed, in this case, the atoms. So Freeman Dyson said the first riddle is the unpredictable movement of atoms. The second riddle is a universe fine-tuned for mind and cosmos, and mind, and body, and brain. Okay, a universe that is fine-tuned for mind, cosmos, body, and life, right? And the third is our own consciousness. Freeman Dyson said, I don't have answers to these 3 riddles, but I have a feeling that they are somehow connected. They are somehow connected. Which 3 riddles? Unpredictable movement of atoms, a universe that's fine-tuned for mind, life, brain, body, universe, cosmos, and third, our own consciousness. Put these 3 riddles together and you have the mystery of our own existence. So I would say, in response to the question today, that brain and cosmos are complementarities of consciousness. Brain and cosmos are complementarities of consciousness. Complementarities means 2 aspects of the same being, in this case, cosmic consciousness. Okay, complementarity is just like head and tail are complementaries. Complementarities, up and down, are complementarities. On an emotional level, pain and suffering on the one side, and joy and exhilaration on the other side are complementarities. Pain and pleasure are complementarities. Similarly, mind and brain are complementarities. Complementarities, 2 sides of the same coin. Just like waves and particles are complementarities. So wherever a thought goes, there's a molecule attached to it as well. Okay, so start to think not in opposites, but in terms of complementarities. It's a very fundamental principle. Is there randomness? Is there determinism? Is there freedom? And here is my answer. When you look at, what is happening to the chemical reactions in our brain, they seem predetermined, right? Chemicals are predetermined. And yet there are aspects or complementarities of a mind that can be predetermined if it's conditioned, but can be free if you get to the fundamental core of awareness. Okay, so is there determinism? Yes, there is a determinism in the lives of most people who are conditioned by the collective mind, by the hypnosis of social conditioning. They are conditioned and therefore predictable. But as we move to the deeper levels of awareness, then there is more and more unpredictability. And as we move to the level of pure consciousness, there is infinite freedom. Okay, so Tori Shepard says random would be a construct related to what we consider order. Excellent, Tori. Randomness and order are two sides of the same coin. They are complementarities. The great philosopher Nietzsche once said, "You must have chaos within you to give birth to a dancing star." So that is what we mean by complementarity. Okay, so the more we go into the deeper realms of awareness, the more we see creativity, because freedom and creativity go together. Freedom from what? Freedom from the fragmented, conditioned mind. So this is the great secret, okay, that order and chaos go together, and that freedom and determinism go together. On one end of experience is complete determinism, the conditioned, fragmented mind. On the other end of the spectrum, complete freedom or infinite creativity. So that's the first thing to remember, okay? I think we're there, almost there. Now, the second question that is asked by Anonymous, even if I know that I am the consciousness or awareness that creates experience in space and time, how do I get insights on handling those experiences? First of all, recognize that every experience that you have is engendered or comes into existence in your awareness. Okay, the awareness of an object is not the object, and yet the object is in awareness. So you cannot separate any experience from the awareness of that experience. And then if you get deep into this understanding, you realize that awareness and experience are the common factor behind every thought, behind every emotion, behind every object, behind every image. Okay, so experience is the common factor. And in the end, it's the constant, right? In every mental objects are thoughts, feelings, emotions, imagination, images. And then there are physical objects, which I would call perceptual objects. The common factor is experience. So the common factor of experience is experience. And experience is always in awareness. So awareness or consciousness is the constant of all constants. Once you realize that, you will be very aware of the fact that you are the light of awareness in which experience happens, and therefore you are the light of awareness in every object of experience, whether it is the mental object, thought, emotion, or whether it is the physical object, a book, or the microphone. Remember, book and microphone are mental constructs for experience. Experience is, of course, always in awareness. So awareness is what creates mind, body, and universe. There is no experience that does not include mind, body, universe. Mind, body, universe are actually awareness in disguise. So he says, the anonymous he, she says, why do some of our decisions go wrong? Our decisions go wrong when they come from the mind. So when our decisions come from a deep level of awareness, when our decisions come from a deep level of awareness, then we can say that these decisions are spontaneously correct. By spontaneously correct, I mean spontaneously intuitive and creative. So the deeper you go, the higher you fly. The deeper you go, the higher you fly. And that is, of course, a lyric from the Beatles. So your decisions will not be wrong if they come from the deeper levels of your awareness, which are beyond your ego mind, beyond your conditioned mind. I hope that that helps you, but if not, we will explore this even further. Before I close this session, I would like to share with you two poems from Tagore. Alicia Atwood says, are they wrong? Are the decisions wrong? Or do they just teach us the lesson we asked for? Yes, they teach us the lesson that we asked for if we ask that question of ourselves. What is the lesson in this decision which went wrong? And the lesson always is that you were reactive and that you did not actually reflect, and you did not go deeper into the depths of your own being, where everything is being spontaneously correlated. Everything is spontaneous. Just like in the universe, everything is correlated. Everything is correlated in your brain. For me to even give this talk right now, to speak to you right now, my brain is correlated, which means disparate part of my brains are simultaneously correlating their activity in order to orchestrate the sequential unfoldment of ideas that are happening in my consciousness. I'm not consciously picking out words here and there randomly. They're correlated. Okay, let's close with a beautiful poem from Tagore. He says, you have made me endless, such is your pleasure. This frail vessel you empty again and again and fill it ever with fresh life. This little flute of a reed you have carried over hills and dales, and you have breathed through it melodies eternally new. At the immortal touch of your hands, my little heart loses its limits in joy and gives birth to utterance ineffable. Your infinite gifts come to me only on these very small hands of mine. Ages pass, and still you pour, and still there is room to fill. Still there is room to fill. This is the vessel through which the experience of the universe is being had. But the consciousness through which there is the experience of this vessel and the universe is immortal, not in time. Not in time. Ages pass and still you pour, and still there is room to fill. This is the true experience of gratitude. Okay, so thank you very much for today. Join me 12 noon today, New York time, on Facebook Live for a global meditation on peace, harmony, laughter, and love. Avdesh Priyadarshi says, vessel is empty where the universe is echoing. There's a poem of Rumi. He says, I'm your own voice, echoing off the walls of God. I'm your own voice, echoing off the walls of God. There are no walls, but when we think of this limited form in space and time, that is what is echoing off the walls of infinity. Thank you. The book again is You Are the Universe, Discovering Your Cosmic Self. And you can join me here on Discovering Your Cosmic Self anytime and participate in the forums. And thank you to Aurora Carlson in Sweden for moderating this forum as well. Thank you. Take care. Lots of love from me to you.